Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're tackling something that maybe raises a few eyebrows. Social media marketing specifically for lawyers. For a long time, the idea of a law firm popping up on your Facebook feed or Instagram, it felt a bit, well, unconventional. But here's the thing. The reality our sources point to is pretty stark. Your potential clients, the people who really need your expertise right now, they're spending hours, literally hours every day, scrolling through these platforms. And if you're not there, you're effectively invisible to a huge pool of prospects.
Right. And what's really compelling from the research is this isn't just about jumping on a trend. It's more fundamental. It's about meeting clients where they already are. I mean, think about it. Picture, say, a parent frantically looking for a family lawyer, or maybe a small business owner who needs advice on a contract, or even someone who's just been in an accident, feeling pretty overwhelmed. Their first thought might be Google, sure, but we see a quick pivot often towards social media.
Oh, interesting. So not just Google then.
Not just Google. They're looking for, real recommendations in local community groups on Facebook, for example. They're checking out firm profiles, trying to get a feel for trustworthiness, for professionalism. And if your social media presence is, well, non-existent, or maybe just really outdated, you're missing those crucial first connection points.
That shift definitely poses a big question. How do lawyers actually bridge that gap effectively? How do they reach these digitally native prospects? Our deep dive suggests solutions like Marketing 360 or stepping into this space. They call themselves the #1 marketing platform, and their claim is pretty bold, helping lawyers attract more clients using strategic social media, making it supposedly easier to build credibility, generate leads, and actually grow the practice. So our mission here today is to unpack how they and similar approaches propose to actually do that, drawing from all our sources. Okay, so let's get into the why. Why social media for a law firm? It's probably not about going viral with, dance videos, unless that's your very specific niche, maybe.
Right, unlikely for most firms. It's really about building trust. It's about demonstrating expertise in a, more accessible way, becoming a resource, not just, a service provider listed in a directory.
Like that car accident example you mentioned earlier. Beyond Google, they might ask friends on Facebook.
Exactly. Or ask in a local group, anyone know a good personal injury lawyer? Or they might just stumble across an attorney's LinkedIn profile where they're sharing, say, helpful articles about insurance claims. A solid, active social media presence can capture that immediate need, build that initial credibility way before they even think about making a call.
Oh, okay, so it's about being visible and helpful. How do platforms like Marketing 360 claim to help make that happen? What's their approach?
Well, our deep dive shows their model, and similar ones often focus on this all-in-one platform idea. It generally breaks down into two main parts. First, there's engaging content creation. And the key here is it's not about dense legal jargon.
So making it understandable.
Precisely. It's about demystifying the law, offering genuinely helpful tips, answering common questions, and importantly, showing the human side of the firm.
Can you give some examples of what that looks like in practice?
Sure. Think about things like quick Q&A videos. Maybe, what's the real difference between a will and a trust? Simple, direct answers. Or maybe myth-busting posts like debunking common misconceptions about filing for bankruptcy. You could also do team spotlights, introduce your paralegals, your associates. Makes the fun feel more approachable.
Less intimidating.
Yeah, exactly. Or sharing community involvement, maybe team photos from a local charity event you sponsored or participated in. And even client success stories, though, obviously, you need proper consent, and you focus on the positive impact, not just the legal win. It's about showing you help real people.
Okay, that makes sense. Engaging content. What's the second part?
The second pillar is targeted ad campaigns. This is where you leverage social media's, incredible reach and precision.
Right. The targeting options on platforms like Facebook or LinkedIn are pretty detailed.
Yeah, extremely detailed. You can target geographically, obviously, just your city, your county.
Yeah.
Demographically, certain age groups, income levels, family situations, if that's relevant to your practice area. And interest-based targeting, too. People interested in real estate, maybe small business topics, or members of specific local community pages.
And what about people who've already visited your website but didn't take the next step, didn't call?
Ah, yes, retargeting. That's a big one our sources mention. Showing specific ads to people who've already shown some interest by visiting your site. It's like a gentle nudge, a reminder that you're there to help. Keeps you top of mind without being intrusive.
So pulling it all together, the promise is quite compelling. Using social media strategically to build credibility, generate actual leads, and grow your practice. And the appeal, especially for busy lawyers, is this idea of an all-in-one platform simplifying it all. You don't have to become a social media expert overnight or hire a whole marketing department.
That's the core appeal, absolutely. Our research indicates that these kinds of platforms aim to provide the tools, yes, but also the expertise. They help ensure your efforts are professional, compliant with all the ethical rules, which are super important for lawyers, of course, and critically, that they're effective, that they actually lead to a real return on your marketing investment. It frees lawyers up to focus on, well, practicing law.
Okay, that wraps up our deep dive for today. Lots to think about there. And as you, our listener, consider all this, here are a few thoughts maybe to mull over. First, how important do you think building this kind of dynamic digital presence beyond just your website is for your firm's growth right now? Have you maybe already experimented with social media marketing? If you have, what's been your biggest success? Or perhaps what was the biggest challenge you didn't expect? And finally, does this idea of a specialized platform, something like a Marketing 360 that handles the content, the targeted ads specifically for lawyers, does that appeal to you as a way to maybe streamline things and bring in those quality clients? Some questions to ponder. We encourage you to think them over or explore further on your own.